So this is a poem that I wrote actually like 2 weeks ago. A friend of mine who was putting on an event that is basically kind of revolves around stories and how important they are to our lives and how they make us part of who we are and that sort of thing. And he asked me 2 weeks to the day prior to the event if I would write a spoken word piece for it. And I was like terrified, but I go, yeah, sure. This will be fun, right? It wasn't fun, it was harrowing. But I'm actually pretty pleased with what I came up with. And so it's kind of the story behind this is the story. It's basically a poem about stories and what they are and what they mean to us and how they affect us and that sort of thing. So I hope you all enjoy it. It's called Who We Are. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. What then are we, the populace, as individuals, as the origins and creators of those photos? The ones who give those stories to those photos, what then are we when we are in them? Something like a meta-narrative, the author inserting themselves into the story like it was so vivid and wonderful that we couldn't help but insert ourselves into the story in some new, ferocious way. Like every inch of our existence clawed as a cheetah for a gazelle, as Luke to the tauntaun, we yearn to envelop ourselves in the fantasy, to control the ongoing minutiae as if we could fathom the depths of eternity without becoming enveloped ourselves. This is our story. From each time we wake to attack each new day with renewed fervor or continued apathy, our souls tread like ink on paper to write page after page of our opus. The defining piece of our lives, our one true legacy, stands stoic against the backdrop of our attempts at self-actualization, a birth. Two lovers come together to find each other in new ways and in their passion create, and then pain. Pain for hours, even days sometimes, leads to light and joy. A wise man once said that without darkness we would not know to appreciate the light. Well, that light emerged in your narrative, transformed to the first person as your lungs expand to breathe in and out the rhythm of your pen on paper, your heartbeat, the ticking clock of each sentence, the passing of time for your audience. Step back and look around you. Your audience. To you, they are your supporting cast, but look deeper and find that they are all stars of their own making. We are, all of us, stories in the end. Every step, wink, transaction, every kiss and death is us. They are the scenery of our screenplay. Our stories are written to intertwine like a perfected recipe where the spices complement the drink to form a desired palate. Have you ever had an ill-formed meal? One where every piece is fighting its neighbor for supremacy and something like victory for the squalor. Nobody wins. Stories define us, he said. They course through us like infinite rivers, whether we believe in the infinite or not. For our earliest ancestors, they stood the test of time, descending generations, resisting the bastardization of their truth. I guess the old adage is true. Everything dies, even our commitment to the purity of these tales. We dishonor them with loans to extravagance and embellishment. Well, they have come due. From biased diaries to our lack of journalistic integrity, we weave tales told to tip the balance in our favor. How ironic that every pound we place inevitably brings the pendulum ever closer to our abdomen. We are killing ourselves in favor of finite glory in the face of infinity. A death. Sometimes fast and sometimes slow. It hurts, but it will heal, he said. That legacy will be told to countless people as a poultice for the heart. I still remember the day my grandfather died and I cried like I hadn't for years. Hell, I still cry on his birthday. My birthday, our birthday. But someone told me to hold on to the memories, so that's what I do, and that's what gets us through. These stories, these epics are more grand than anything Homer ever could have dreamed of penning to pieces of bark, and their power is immeasurable. We lose people every day, but their memories and experiences live on in our own stories by how they changed us, by how you'll change people without realizing it, by how we are changed by every single step that we take. I know it's played out and cliched, but never forget that a butterfly landing on a leaf can change the course of history. Thank you.